Good evening, everybody. How you doing? I hope everybody's doing well and okay. Once again, my name is Kanya Langa. I am the founder of Off Topic, and today we're going to focus on business consulting. So, Off Topic aims to help businesses to find where the missing links are, where they could solve their problems in terms of the things that they stated that they would do. And also, we need the government, we need the laws and regulators, we need also all these other businesses to help us help them to do what they said they would do. Right. So, for example, we have businesses in this country that are national and some are international. We have companies that come from the state and we have companies that come from all over the world to operate in South Africa. And this is to boost and increase the economy of South Africa and to make sure that we are running smoothly, right? So there are certain things that I think are three pillars of how businesses should be operating and how they say they do operate. We have the laws and regulations that they abide by. We have the financial reporting standards that make it easy for them to speak to other businesses and other stakeholders that they interact with, like banks, international businesses, and each and every other person that's interested in how this business is run because they want to invest in it. And then we've got the ethics. So today we're going to focus on ethics. The ethics of a business usually are the morality, how we treat each other as people, and how we use robots. I mean, it would be so weird to go walk into an office and a robot is spanking your manager, right? And we've got the code of conduct, which I'm going to read three of them for today. And then we've got reputation. So reputation usually works differently for certain businesses. Nike can say, "Hey man, we dropped the devil's blood in a shoe. That's why it's costing you 3,000 rand," and you're gonna be like, "Wow!" But reputation for other professions, for example, if you hear like doctors have been injecting rabies into babies, you're not gonna like that. That's not gonna be good, right? So Mediclinic and all these other businesses need to be sure that their reputation is safe. We've got the code of conduct, which for doctors is the Hippocratic Oath, which inspires confidentiality, avoiding discrimination, upholding human rights, and serving humanity. Interesting. And we've got the code of professional conduct for professionals, like accountants, auditors, and all of that, which they want to inspire confidentiality, competent services. They continuously improve their skills. So you know that, for example, auditors always have systems upgrade, making sure that they've got the latest audit tools. They're using AI to perform audits quicker and make sure that they scan all the information. They know how to upload big data. They're no longer just ticking 5 revenue samples to see is the business doing well. They look at all the data and they continuously improving their skills and making sure that they are doing their work very well. And we've got avoiding conflicts of interest. Yes, making sure that you're independent. You're not just coming there to your friends and saying, "Nah, you got good books," but behind closed doors that's not the case. And you would promote honesty, transparency across all boards. Then we have the retail space where there's fair labor practices, there's safe working conditions that are required. For example, if you're working for a plant in Benoni, there needs to be safety PPE, there need to be a safety officer making sure that everything's okay, and construction sites, all of that, right? And with equitable treatment across a brand. So, Off Topic wants to be able to help businesses with the help of the government, of course, and also other corporations who really want to cooperate and make sure that they are running businesses as they say they would, to assess. We already have drawn up metrics to assess if businesses are doing well ethically, right? And to make sure that everybody who's involved in these businesses can see the ethics and the morality of the business being top notch. Why is this? Because remember when petrol increased in 2019, when there was the BP oil spillage, we had like petrol increasing like 5 times in 1 month. We had, VAT increasing, like we saw that, it's about to get real. I don't think there were many salary increases because straight after that, we had COVID 2020, job loss, instability, not knowing where the future is going. But we also had a company's those times. And the statement was the company's tax is decreasing because we want more businesses to boost our economy. We're trying to make sure that we have fair trade practices across the board, and we don't want to lose people who are investing in the in South Africa, or well, whatever country you live in, right? So we decreased the company's tax to make sure that, you know, companies are happy to stay with us. Isn't that great, right? Our economy shouldn't be struggling, you know. We shouldn't be like buying bread for like 30 rand, you know, because we made sure that companies know that we welcome them here and they don't have to pay that much to be here. So now I struggle to understand if, for example, for the doctors, if they say that they serve humanity and somebody comes into a hospital and their medical aid declines, maybe we don't know the reasons at that point in time, and those doctors are told, you know what, just leave them there until the medical aid has been scanned properly, and the person could have had a chance to live and then they die because you're still scanning their medical aid. Are we serving humanity? And I understand that businesses are businesses. They need to practice in a way that will also put money in their pockets, right? But are we serving humanity as doctors, or are we serving the company's wealth? This is a hard one to figure out, but I just want to know, are you still upholding your morality or your ethics in the businesses, or are we just doing whatever we want to do to make sure that companies are happy? And if we're doing that, why is the human being taxed more than the companies are? Right. Professional conducts, the CPC. So we want professionals to always just give us the best work, to make sure that they're transparent. But sometimes we have deals like like the KPMG scandal, where, you know, people were just overlooking certain transactions. And maybe, for example, when governments are being audited, you know, it takes years before you can actually give an audit report because we don't know where that document is. We don't know. A penny is 44,000. I can show you the invoice. So, you know, then we've got Modlanga commissions to prove that the things that we sign off as Auditor General actually are a bit sketchy. Are we doing the things that we're supposed to do for businesses and state-run operations, municipalities? Are we really doing what we say we're going to do? And if not, what is the solution? Are we just going to take more money from people through taxes and just let businesses do whatever they feel like? Or are we just going to let it be and we just need to be shipped off to a mountain somewhere to start a new life? You let us know, government and corporations. Number 3, retail. They say that they promote fair labor practices. Let's start there. Fair labor practices, but over 20 years. In South Africa, South Africans were not being hired, mostly for restaurants. Like Checkers 60 came in and they only hired mostly foreigners who were not even documented. We really don't have issues with foreigners now. Like, we're just saying the corporations that were doing these things, why is nobody holding them accountable for the things that they said they would do, for the standard they're supposed to uphold? And if they want to be accountable, shouldn't we go in there and check if they're doing the right thing? So Off Topic wants to help you do that, okay? And safe working conditions. For example, if you have a plant in Benoni, you need to make sure you have safety PPE to make sure that people don't just cut their hands or die at work. And equitable treatment across the brand. So listen, we want to just be able to assess if businesses are doing what they said they would do. We need the help of the government. We need the cooperation of corporates, and because if we're going to be taxed for all the hard work that we do, and businesses are going to just do whatever they feel like, then maybe the system isn't really working well. So let me know what you think, and we'll talk about financial reporting and laws and regulations next. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Cheers.